that love is all around me. Hey, Margaret, you're number one. Oh, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Hey, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Soul Fulfilling. My name is Rickie Byars, and I'm here by myself this week. Let me tell you why. Mr. Loverman is in the Dominican Republic. He's in Jamaica. He's in Jamaica. I didn't say it. Hey, Quinn, Laverne, Andrea, and Iretta, come on in the room. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love will heal us all. Let me know that love will heal us all. Oh, let me walk each day a little wiser. Let me walk each day a little wiser. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Do y'all be singing along with me? Am I singing by myself? Hey, Sharon, Chef, Lori Randall. There she is. Hey, Lulu Santos. Buenos noches. Hey, Drea Lotus Wiseman. Oh, Max is in the house. It's gonna be all right. Kimberly Powell is in the house. It's gonna be all right. Yeah. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Yes. I'm thankful. Welcome to Soul Fulfilling. My name is Rickie Byars. Y'all know that. Everybody on the call right now knows. And if some people are coming in who are just curious, just come on in and say hello. We have a very wonderful, wonderful chat room of people who make you feel comfortable. I saw Quinn in the house, Quinn Fontaine. I think he was one of the first ones on way back there. Hey, Quinn and Laverne and all the people coming in. So just come on in and we're going to just settle down here and give thanks for this sunset time here on the West Coast. It's Pacific time, and the sun is just beginning to set, even though I have to close the curtains just to get a good image. But just beyond that curtain is the sun, and it knows how I feel about it. You know, I love the sun. I love the times of the day to be with the setting sun, the rising sun, the noonday sun. Early morning invitation. Let a prayer rise with the sun. Can my heart be free again to live and love as best I can, and then place all things in God's hands. All too soon, time advances. All too soon, I shall forget. So prayer at noon restores my heart in the truth and strength a day demands. So I place all things in God's hands. God is here and now. God has made a way somehow. I don't know how God does it. Live to dream yourself awake. The path of love will not forsake you. Love won't forsake you. Earth receives a kiss at sunset. Let my heart not miss the chance to remember all is God and to live and to love as best I can, and then place all things in God's hands. Oh, live and love as best we can, and then place all things in God's hands. Tell God all about whatever it is. Creator of the universe, how great you are. Oh, guide me and inspire me to be wonderful. Creator, deep inside us all, you lift me up every time I fall. Oh, guide me and inspire me to be wonderful. Creator of the universe, how great you are. Oh, guide me and inspire me to be wonderful. Guide us and inspire us to be wonderful. Amen. 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 Oh, I'm feeling good tonight. I am feeling good tonight. I hope you're feeling good. If you're not feeling good, you're in the right place. That's my song, Rosalind Cobbs. Mine too. I love this song. What y'all saying up here? Yes, yes, yes. All right. I got my neighborhood, my community is dialed into it with me tonight. And those some will be coming on, and some might fall off and have to do other things. Whatever happens, we're rolling like this. We're rolling in love. We're rolling in joy. My great esteemed co-facilitator, brother life coach Ade, is not with us this evening, but he is around. But he's with he calls her his boo. He's with his beautiful, beautiful fiance, and her name is Keisha, and they look so beautiful. I just saw them, And I'm just thankful that he's taking the time to be with her, to be in this glow of love that is theirs to feel and theirs to radiate and theirs to share with all those who can look upon them. That's a good time. It's a good time in their life right now. And I am so thankful that he and she have the time, or him and her have the time to do what they're doing. Yeah. So that means you're stuck with who? You're stuck with me. All right. Okay. So we'll be rolling like I roll in a holy, holy way, uh, talking about love and the glow of love and what love does for us. You know, what love is, love is amazing. Love is amazing. And, we get these ways of holding the world from teacher to teacher or community to community or book to book or way of life to way of life, and it all some kind of way, through all those different roads and voices and things, it always leads back to us, doesn't it? Always comes back to here inside. What's going on here? How do I feel about myself? What am I listening? What is the voice inside of my head telling me? What is the voice inside of my head telling me about myself? And how to change the program when the thought is crazy, because the thoughts are feeding us, and it's important what's running through our head. So here at Soul Fulfilling, with these conversations and the songs, we're here just to kind of sync up again and to smile together again and say, hey, ain't it wonderful again? Aren't I wonderful again? So just put your arms around yourself and say, hey, I am wonderful. And if you felt like you were off today, just say, well, I'm back again. I'm wonderful. I'm back in love again. I'm back in love again. I'm back to myself. I'm loving myself right now. And because the song said, creator of the universe, inspire me and guide me to be wonderful. So we're here to be what? Yes. So in the chat, tell me what's up. What? Nothing is stuck up in here. Nothing's stuck up in here. Hey, it's It's fluid. It's fluid. It's moving. We don't want to be stuck up here. We want to be moving in a holy, holy way. But we want to learn to love ourselves. I'm having a most incredible day. I thought it was weird at first because I wasn't doing anything. I had the incarnation to be working to have worked for about 50 years straight. And now I get to not work so much and get to be in a different kind of way. But I'm still working, but I just said, okay, that's enough of that. And I just went and sat in the sun. It's like, wow, this is good to be able to do this. But at first it felt like I was a bit off just because I was sitting in the sun. It's like, no, I'm on sitting in the sun. So, being is doing. That's right, Kimberly. I love her. Hi, Janice. Welcome. Welcome. Come on in, y'all. Come on into the Be Hood. Come on into the Be Hood, to Soul Fulfilling, and just say hello to each other as I continue to pontificate on the wisdoms that show up in me. You know what, y'all? I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for a church. Now, not church in the old sense, but I'm ready for a building, a place where you can come and kind of gather sometimes. Does that sound weird? Was I in church so long that, I feel comfortable there? I need some help with that one. Is it something that you would like to see? A familiar place that you come to. Those of you who are live streaming, you'd still be live streaming, but you'd be live streaming to a building that's a little bit more familiar and a little bit more consistent. But I'm just kind of feeling like I might be ready for that. And it felt weird. It felt different when I had just left the place that I was in for 32 years straight. I just didn't feel like I wanted to leave there and just go right into somebody else's church as a music and arts director, or, just start doing the same thing I have been doing for so long. I just didn't want to do that. And then my mom was still with me, and her needs were getting to be greater and greater. And it just wasn't time. But in my still moments now that I have time, and my mother has gone into the invisible and is so present with me with what she dialed into me, it just feels like maybe there's space for us to go someplace that is really nice and that you can show up there. And because sometimes people feel strange about coming to your house. I like my house, but people feel strange about coming to a home, but they don't feel strange about coming to a cafe or coming to a building, that's specifically for that. So give me your ideas in the comment. Tell me how you feel about that. This is a beautiful and organic, natural progression, a place to call our spiritual home. I feel like that, Quinn. I feel like that. I feel not to recreate what was, but to be ourselves in a fresh way. Y'all know what I mean? It's like not to do what we did, but to really reflect where we are now, because we're all different. I had an amazing day. Spirit is sending some amazing beings into my space. Yeah, Chef Lori. Chef Lori, yeah, you can come in and prepare some delicious foods in our new spaces sometimes. Yes, do it. Something brand new. Yeah, Patricia. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Kathy. Oh, how perfect that you are growing it out of your own home. Yeah, I was growing it out of my home, Quinn. But it's like after the Mother's Day program, by the way, the Mother's Day celebration was the bomb. We had some technical difficulties, but the celebration itself was so beautiful. And the women who were here were so loved. All the women, whether they had given birth to children or adopted, everybody. Even if you never had any kids, never adopted kids, you got gifts too, because you're mothering somebody. Women do it. That's what women mother. We mother, whether we had a child, not we mother. And the mothers were here, and the mothers were honored, and it was so cool. It was cool. So if you didn't see it, you want to go and check out my girl. My girl was killing. I had a tablet with the numbers of when that showed up. I should go run and get it. But no. You just look at it and make your own numbers. But I think my girl comes around number 32 minutes or so. But we, instead of my girl, we said mama. Mama, talking about mama. And Rob McDonald sang so well. And Georgia did Trust Love. And it's just like, it was amazing. Safi sang All Faiths in the God. And Naila Porter did In the Garden. We did it as a duet. Oh my God, she sang that song In the Garden. And Reese sang of the glory. It was a very beautiful day. So if you didn't see it, go look at it and check it out, because it was so good. But one of the things that happened was that one of my neighbors called the police. Now, it's the same old neighbor that does that. Somebody that's, have problems with people having a really, really good time. But anyway, and the police didn't do nothing. They just came because they have to answer the call. But they heard some good music, and then they went on about their business. And we continue with our celebration. And after everything was done, there was such peace. Everybody felt so triumphant, because folks came together. Thank you, Maxine and uh, uh, Bernice and Marion. I don't think Marion and Sue Lingle are on tonight, but they were here helping to put everything together. Jamone Byars, just people came, and the people who came, I didn't even know. Kirk brought food and cakes and stuff, and Mashariki brought avocado mango salad, and people came. They weren't afraid of dying, and they were just there in the joy of life, and the joy of the celebration of life. And when it was done, it was like community, because it was community. It was community. And then the next day, I mean, we're all feeling good and connecting with each other, saying how good it was. And the pictures are beautiful. And they're going to be flying soon on Instagram so that you can see it, or Facebook. But today, it's like, I don't think I could do that in my backyard like that. But I could do it in a building. I could do it in a building where people come because they love a building. People love having, sometimes they're just strange about coming to your house. It's just too organic. Well, my house, the bomb. I don't know why they strange about coming, but it's just so many people that could be here. But I'm thinking about it. So, I'm looking at places, and I made some phone calls at the right time, and somebody's like, "Hey, come check it out. We have a building. You can cut." It's like I don't have to be there 5 days a week, just 4 hours a week for starters. And we see where we go from there. So, the resistance is going to show up somewhere. Yeah, Tavon, and folks, sometimes they just can't take people being beautiful and being happy, but that's okay, because we had enough beauty and happiness and love to just swallow up all that stuff. Man, we were singing so strong back there that the clouds parted to show a heart when Safi was singing All Fades in the God. That's how powerful the vibration was out, over here, So I just thinking that maybe, we start trying to get, find a little place. So now having a place means that we have to pay some expenses, and the good thing about doing it from my home is that there's expenses that we can kind of like not have to pay. But if we go into a building, we're doing that. Y'all gonna have to step up a little bit with the giving, okay? You do your part, and we'll do ours. But it's a community, so you can't come and and think that we're going to have things without your support. We need your support, and those of you who support all the time, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So many activities could take place in a permanent spot, but still, I need my own closet for supplies. Sue Lingo left all her stuff in my house. I say, Sue, you trying to move in, girl? But I found a place for her stuff in my house. But in another place, so we're just going. So let's hold that in prayer, that the right place is emerging, so that we can continue to expand as a community. Yes, as a beautiful spiritual community. Yeah, that we and what are we doing? Somebody say, well, what are y'all doing? We're being. That's what we're doing. We're being. We're being who we are. We're sharing our prayers. We're sharing our poems. We're sharing our music. And we're sharing our hope for the world. We're sharing our faith in each other, that we can stand in a holy, holy way and not have a vagrant incarnation, and really stand for the things, that make a difference and change the way we live and change the people around us by changing ourselves. So I'm going on to a song. Is that okay? Can I sing a song? Is that all right to sing a song, y'all? Love, love, love everybody. Love, love, love when it's hard to love. Love, our loving will change the world. Our loving will change the world. Sing, sing, sing all together. And by the way, what I want to say about singing, when we get this new place, it's going to be good to hear the sounds bigger and with the reverb, because you know how much I love reverb. Sing, sing, sing all together. Sing, sing, sing when it's hard to sing. Sing, our singing will change the world. Share, share, share who you are, and share, share, share when it's hard to share. Share, our sharing will change world. Care for each other. Care, care, care for each other. Care, care, care for the ones who need care. Our caring will change the world. Find me here singing for you, heart wide open for what we came here to do. Wind in the trees sends a melody true. Love everybody, let the love shine through. Everybody sing love, love, love. Everybody love, love, love. When it's hard to love, love, our loving will change the world. I'll sing it, we'll change the world. Our caring will change the world. Our sharing will change the world. Our loving will change the world. Our loving will change the world. Hey. Woo! I miss Coach Ade because you're going, yes! But I can hear your yes. The new people will be a house of love and that vibration will ripple out into the streets upon and open many hearts. You know, that's kind of funny. That's what the prophecy said years ago about one day I was going to write this music that was going to go around the world. Hey, y'all want to hear a story? Today, I was trying to upload the I Release and I Let Go CD. I thought it was uploaded, but it's not. It had some things that I didn't realize were not put in properly. And I won't go into the business of publishing, but I am a publisher and I know how to do it. But sometimes what you don't know. So I learned something today. And so while I was in there handling that business, something turned me around. And something said, go into the statements and sales and see who's buying your stuff, who's because I get these royalty checks from this organization called CD Baby. CD Baby is like a record company, kind of like for indies. It's an indie record company, right? And distribution company. And I like CD Baby because you don't have to wait for a long time to get a little money. So you get, if you get up to a certain amount, they send it to you. So you get a little $200 check, which is nice. But I never looked to see where it came from. I haven't looked in a long time. I mean, a long time. I went in there to see where and who's listening to this music. And I'm telling you something. I scrolled for 5 minutes looking at how much people are listening to these songs. And it really moved me. It really moved me. Because I had problems with wanting people to know this music and wanting people to be aware of it. And I felt like if I was famous, then they would know the music because I was famous, right? So that's really why I wanted to be famous, not so people would know me, but so that they would know the music. Where they know the music. I mean, I scrolled for 5 minutes of information. And the reasons why it's so much is because like it's a penny here. Because with streaming, it's not like you get a lot of money. When you stream something, the artist doesn't get a lot of money. But if a lot of people are streaming, the artist makes more. That's just the way it is. So And I'm looking at it. I was like, wow, look at this. Look at all these people. And TikTok. You know what's big on TikTok? The Jesus song. Jesus song from Soul Fulfilling. I don't know if you ever heard of the Jesus song. Jesus song is pretty incredible song, And I love what Georgia has told you about. Someday you would get it, that you were here to heal people. Yeah, Quinn, I got it. And it's just like it's remarkable that today was my big aha. Today was my big aha. It was like, look how much this music is going into the world. And I mean all over the world. I scrolled for 5 minutes, y'all. I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, I was going actually this way, scrolling up. And I was like, so I felt blessed. I don't know. It's like my picture came true today. Y'all know what I'm saying? Somebody know? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Talk to me. Talk to me in the chat. Like my little buddy goes, boom, 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 boom. Somebody talk to me. It's like, so the world is catching on to our music, y'all. The world is catching on to the music. So I'm going to do the Jesus song. I wasn't going to do it. I mean, that wasn't on my mind. I should have practiced it. But the thing about me and these songs is that they're in me. I got a little ray of light. I hope that doesn't bother you. Oh, yeah. Gave up on Jesus. I didn't understand. Jesus, the teacher, in a way would land. Jesus, the servant, in a world unkind. Jesus, forgotten to the heart and mind. I gave up on Jesus, didn't understand. Jesus for profit, or Jesus for a plan. No, no. Jesus a doctrine, Jesus for greed. Jesus forgotten inside of a creed. So the Spirit showed me a light where the heart of Jesus is in the servant hand. All that they say and all that they do is a face of Jesus that I never knew. Oh, no. It's the heart of Jesus that I can't understand. Say the joy of the Spirit is in the servant's head, and I'm so much better for this day, serving the Spirit in a Jesus kind of way. Oh, la 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 la, Jesus kind of way. La 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 la, oh glory way. La 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 la, it's a behood way. Hey. kind of a way. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Mhm. Love one another. Love one is hard to love. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say, Amen. Rest in God and say, Amen. Thank you. Ashe. Mm. Phew. That song, that song. Our success, Laverne. It's our success. Laverne says, I love the Jesus song. I'm so happy for your success out there in the world. Thank you for your success, but it's our success, baby, because you sang those songs for years. For years, you sang those songs. And you know what I found out today? Oh, what I found out today in doing the publishing work that I was doing was that I never really published. I didn't sign the songs up like from the chant connection. So this is a body of work that I'm not getting paid for. There's a bunch of songs like the morning chant and all those things. I found that I hadn't registered them, and I thought they were all registered. So everything will be done tomorrow, and I'll finish taking care of business. But today was a big day for me because I mean there were so many eye openers. It's number one that this music is going out into the world in a big, holy, holy, holy way. Number two, some of the most popular songs haven't even been registered yet. So I got a lot of work to do. I got to register about 150 more songs. So yeah, let's just say Rickie got a day job. But you know, it's great. I want to tell you the story about the Jesus song though, because there's I'm talking about the folklore in that song, and you might not know what that's about. So I want to tell you. Can I tell you about the Jesus song? Y'all mind? Okay. I guess that's a yes. All right. Okay. So it was the year, I think 2002, and I was in a place called the Mariapolis Retreat Center, which is in Italy, very close to Trento. Trent, you call it. Yes, Nikki. She says, yes, please. Hey, how you doing? Nicole, Nikki. Okay, so there I was sleeping, but I was there in the it was a gathering called the Synthesis Dialogues. It was another one of those. There were two, and this is one that happened at the Mariapolis Retreat Center in Italy. So I was there with His Holiness the Dalai Lama and a room full of thinkers and people, thought leaders and people who bring good to the world. Not all ministers. Matter of fact, most people there were not ministers, but they were philosophers, and like Brother David Steindl-Rast was there, and people like that, and other people like me, and Manos, the flute player, was there, and Krishna. We had beautiful musicians, and His Holiness. So anyway, but it was that the folklore. The retreat center was a retreat center that belonged to the folklore, and the folklore are like a group that rose out of the Catholic Church, but they rose apart from the Catholic Church. And it was started by these three young girls in their early 20s who, during World War II, were watching their town get devastated, and they were just taking care of people that were there. And they were and their big question was, what is the face of Jesus? What does Jesus look like? And the answer to that question for them was, Jesus looked like everybody, the people who were disenfranchised, the people who didn't have this and didn't have that, the people who were hurt on the side of the street. And they just began to go and serve people. And here's a shout out to a person that I met on Skid Row from the Ukraine. Her name is Nazgul. And Nazgul was saying that she was going to go back, that she needed to go back to the Ukraine. She said, I got to go back to be with my family. I got to go back and take care of my family. I got to go back. And I said, yeah, you do. And she wanted my book, Let My Soul Surrender. So I just got her package ready to take down to the Union Rescue Mission to her and some other women that wanted the book. But anyway, here's a shout out to Nazgul going back home to get involved, and she wasn't sunny in her disposition, saying that she was very serious and very perplexed. But she said, I gotta go. So these three girls back in the day in World War II, these three women, young women, started the organization. And one of them, her name was Claire. I can't think of your name right now, Claire, but Claire, and there's two other ones. And they started the Focolare movement of just helping people, helping them. And it was a heart movement. It was like here from their heart. And it grew to be a big movement in the world. And the Vatican recognized them, but they didn't answer to the Vatican. They answered to themselves. They had their own order and of women that worked in the capacities of helping people all over the world. And so I met the Focolare there, and these women that worked and served the retreat that I was at. They cooked the food, they cleaned the rooms, they just kept the grounds going like I do in the B-Hood. That's what I do. But anyway, and it's good work, cleaning up, because when you clean, it keeps your mind clear and it makes you see what you messed up and what you could have done better, and how you learn to forgive yourself. You learn to forgive others cleaning. Cleaning can be good. So anyway, that's what they did. But there was a chapel there, and in the chapel was the crucifix that I just don't like those crucifixes, where they got this image of this man that's supposed to be Jesus, and he's emaciated and he's on the cross, and he don't look like nobody from that part of the world during that time of history. So I was just having issues with it. And I went back to the room, and His Holiness, back into the chapel, to the room where we were having the dialogues. And His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, said, one of the best things you can do is make friends. He said, one of the best things you could do is make friends. And that spoke to my heart, because that was the language of my youth, make friends. I hadn't heard nobody in his capacity ever use the word make friends. That's what the little lady down the street used to say, go make friends. Now y'all good. Y'all love each other. Or, hey, this your new buddy? Y'all make friends. Like people in the chat. Hey, Quinn, that's Rosalind. Y'all make friends. So make friends is that kind of thing. I remember that from my youth. So when he said the most important thing you can do is make friends, I was like, yeah. And I took that with me. And then we went to dinner, and that was the end of the session that day. And I was married at the time. And so I was with Michael Beckwith, who now has his own vitamin line. Go on, Michael. Hey, that's really great. So he's got this green powder. But anyway, I digress. So we went to our rooms and prepared for bed and everything. Got a phone call from somebody that was in distress. And Michael, while he was taking care of her distress call, I was praying because it was a really rough situation. And then when he got off the phone, I was asleep. So, I slept, and then something woke me up in the middle of the night, and it said, get up and meditate. Get a chair and sit down. And I got up, I got the chair, and I sat. And it was like no fidgeting. I mean, this was nothing that I had ever experienced at all. It was just silence. The room was dark, and I'm sitting in the dark in a chair in Italy in this retreat center, and I'm still as just still. The stillness is on me. And all of a sudden, this love takes me. Like this energy, this loving energy just began to, it was like if it was a movie, it was like it was pouring out of me. It's like every pore of me was flooded with this love. I never felt anything like that. And this is not like orgasmic. Orgasmic pales to this. And I've had some good orgasms, but it ain't got nothing to do with this. This is a whole nother zone right here. It took me and it said, this is who I am. I am not who they said I was. I'm this. I've been with you. I was with you when you were a little girl. I was with you in the thick of it. I was with you. You loved me. And I'm loving you. So don't put me out. Don't put me out. And it was like, and it was just this love. And it was just like, I was crying and I wasn't boo-hooing. It was just like, I don't know what I was just like, I was transfigured. I mean, something else happened. Something happened. And then I said, I gotta go. I gotta go to the piano. When it settled, when I came back to myself, I said, I gotta go to the piano. So I put my clothes on. I started putting my clothes on, and Michael's like, "Where are you going?" Because it was like 3 a.m. I was like, I gotta go to the piano. He said, "You want me to go with you?" I said, "No." You gonna go down the hall by yourself, darkness? Because I had to go to another building. I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good." And I put my clothes on, and Michael says that when I walked out the door, all of these little people were behind me. He said they were little black people, little African people. He said throngs of people were behind me. So I know I ain't never walking alone, and neither are you, And I walked out and I went to the other building, and it was open. I couldn't believe it. The room was open. I went in there and I turned on the piano and I just started playing. I gave up on Jesus. I didn't understand. Jesus the servant in a wayward land. Jesus the healer in a world unkind. Jesus the servant to the heart and mind. I gave up on Jesus. I didn't understand. Jesus for profit, I couldn't understand it. Jesus for a plan. No, 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 no. Jesus a doctrine. Jesus more than that. Jesus for greed. Jesus forgotten inside of a creed. So the Spirit showed me a land. Spirit took me all the way to Italy, where the heart of Jesus is in the servant's hands, and all that they say, and all that they do, it's the face of Jesus that I never knew. And what that means is that sometimes you're in church and you can see people doing wicked things. You can see them being rude and ugly to people. And they're in a church, you know? And you wonder what's going on in this church that people treat each other like that. Then in church, that's where you're supposed to go and people treat you well. You know? So I had a few judgments about things. But in this particular group, and I had gone out to dinner with some of these ladies in the folklore, they were like, they were human, but they were 100%. They were like us in the B hood. They were like the people in this thread. They were like you, you know. They were like Maxine. You know, they were real. They were real people, man. And they weren't playing no games like that. They were like, that's what they did. They cleaned, they served, they were servants for the folklore. Their heart was of gold, you know, and they had a powerful loving. And that was what they did. They loved. They loved. That's what they came to do. Like we came to love. We came to love. You know. So, you know, even in the organizations I've been a part of, I could see the discrepancies. I could see where people were confused. I could see where their concepts weren't fully developed. You don't have to be bell hooks and a critical thinker to know that. You can see when something ain't washing out, when something is not right and not being spoken on. And so things were bothering me. You know, it wasn't my position to speak out about it, but I would write about it in my songs and just make my way through. But in this place, the people weren't like that. And I'm going like, you know what? I'm getting inspired here. And so my heart opened because they revealed the face of Jesus. Not the thing on the cross, not the piece of artwork, the real living art of the people, the living heart in the people. That's what was revealing Jesus. And if Yeshua came here to show anything, it was how to love. So whether you believe he existed or not, it's not important. You know, it's like, hey, the words that were written around him are great. You know, we need good stories. Jesus got some good ones, some real good parables. So anyway, that was like la 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 la, folklore way. That's the name of the group. La 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 la, soul fulfilling way. That's you. La 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 la, Jesus kind of a way. And so there I was in the middle of the morning writing this song, and I sat there. And then about 2 hours later, some very impressive people from the Fetzer Institute came there, and I played the song for them, and they cried. Then ATR or Aria Ratney, about an hour later, he came, and I played it for him. And he said, "Oh, lucky Rickie, you got a good incarnation this time." And people would come, and I sang the song. And when we got back into that session with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he said, "How was last night? How did it work? How's everybody doing?" And I raised my hand. I was like, "Hey, good morning, everybody." I said, "Something really remarkable happened last night." He said, "Tell us about it." I said, "I made friends with Jesus." He said, "Jesus is a good friend to have." Jesus is a good friend to have. So I'm thankful for that song. And thank you for allowing me to tell you that story, because it's one of my favorite stories. Because it revealed to me, a lot. I mean, when God revealed itself that I get to feel that. I got a chest of books outside on my back porch, bunch of books that were left out, that were part of, what happens when you divorce and you got a lot of books and some people don't take the books. So the books are here. Many of them are. And I went inside that chest, trying to put away some of Susan's stuff that she left at my house. But anyway, I went inside the chest and I pulled out a book, and there was a book there on Louis Armstrong that was there. And I took the book out. I said, wow, there's a book on Louis Armstrong, biography about Louis Armstrong. And there was a line in the book where the writer said that Louis Armstrong was born to a very poor family. I mean, they were poor in New Orleans, right? And he was born in James Alley. They want to call it Jane Alley, but it was really James Alley. But they were poor. And this man was writing a story. He says, but the thing about Louis, he said, and Louis Armstrong had a fate of incredible talent, that he came here with that talent. He came here with something really, really special. We all do. I came so that I could be here with y'all on Soulful Feeling. And I would have to do all the things that I would have to do in order that my destiny would reveal who I am right here and right now. And so I consider that my incarnation was a very blessed one. And I figure that yours is too. Just like Louis Armstrong, we have a wonderful fate. We didn't come to be Louis. We came to be Kimberly, Andre, Laverne, Nikki, Karen, Yolanda, Sue, Lona, Francis, Lona, Bernice. We came to be Lori Randall. We came to be Susan Ray King, Rosalind, Quinn. We came to be who we are. Drea Lotus Wiseman, Laverne, we came. And we came to have this life and to have it more abundantly. Thank you for joining me tonight. I love you. And I look forward to seeing you sometime in a building. But right now, this building right here is the building of God, who I am. Love you so much. God bless.
Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Rest in God.